It's the Grateful Carnivore. It's so beautiful outside today, and I cut my grass early this morning, but I'm going to do some grounding. Part of my ugly feet. Here goes. Hopefully I don't step on any sticks or anything. I only mulched my yard today. I didn't bag it up in the back. I only bagged it up in the front. So there might be some rocks and some sticks and who knows what, but who cares? I'm going to do it. This is my second time grounding. I grounded probably about a month ago. I'm getting into the rougher area. All these leaves and little things. But I want to do this, so it's not the most comfortable thing today, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go way up to by my house where it's definitely going to be a little rougher because of the trees and the rocks that are up there that used to be up there. I cleaned most of them up, but there's still a lot. Ooh, it's getting rougher. There's people that can do this, no problem. My son used to be able to walk around everywhere. He probably still can in his bare feet. That always drove me crazy. Oh, wow, this is really rough. This is really rough. I don't think I want to come back up here again. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. I'm stepping on pine cones and everything. Sticks, and there's like rock and stuff inside of here. There used to be a lot of rock over here. I cleaned a lot of it up. Liver King does this, I think, pretty much every day. My friend Brett Lloyd, the Thankful Carnivore, he does this quite a bit too. So I just want to better myself, better my health, get grounded to the nature. So hopefully my feet will get a little more broken in over time after as I do this. I actually want to try to fit things like this in my life a lot more. Right now it's, early November. We haven't got any snow yet, and the weather really hasn't gotten that cold, but last time I did this, the grass was like slightly moist and it was a little colder. We're having like a little Indian summer here, seems like, which is, really good, to be honest. So October was a lot cooler month than November's been so far. But I'm really trying to focus on my health more. I've done a lot of cheating on my lifestyle, my diet. I'm living the carnivore lifestyle, but doing a lot of cheating on it, and I've got myself focused, and trying to repair the little bit of damage I've done lately, and kind of a fresh start. Getting back to normal, getting back to my my lifestyle, the carnivore lifestyle. I was gonna take these 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, that I'm off this weekend. I'm not off, most weekends at all. Certain times of the year, at work we tend to have some weekends off, but I've been working at least Saturday for, I don't know, God, it seems like 6 months by now. And I like working, weekends, whatever. I don't like working 12s. I'd rather get up and go into work and get it done and go home and enjoy my rest of my day. 12s, you really can't seem to do that, depending on your shift, I guess. But I've done a lot of 12s in the last few months, and it got to me. That's why I started cheating. Just anxiety, I guess a little bit of depression out of that, and being overworked, being tired, it makes you do things you don't really normally do in bad ways, and I don't want to continue on that. I stopped doing 12s. I turned down the last one I was offered, and actually I'm kind of, not that I'm offered every day, but recently But, I've been told, I should do the 12s, whatever, if I want to make all this money and, all that crap, whatever. I know doing 12s, will be the same as doing, Saturdays and Sundays, depending on the hours. If I get 16 hours or whatever, I know it's the same basically, but it's not the same. I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather wake up and go in, get it done, and then, enjoy the rest of my day. Taxes suck with all that. Any overtime taxes are just ridiculous. Taxes are bad in the first place, let alone overtime. But, if I'm going to lose like $500 a week in taxes, for doing, I'd rather, enjoy my life a little more out of it by doing, Saturdays and Sundays or whatever, and not staying over or coming in early to do it. So, I'm moving on from that. I don't want to keep, like I said, like I'm complaining about it, but, I'm not broke. I'm not wealthy, but I'm not broke. But, I don't know, I'm just trying to change things for the better in my life. I was going to take the opportunity, because I was off today and tomorrow, to quit drinking coffee. And I actually did wake up this morning. I had a small breakfast. I had some bacon and eggs, and I had a couple jars of homemade beef bone broth. And I was fine. I was perfectly fine. I didn't get any headaches. I didn't get any, I actually felt pretty normal. I didn't really feel that awful. And I thought if I were to go to work like that, it would really affect me a lot. I need to get my dog over here. He's got himself caught up. I have him on a chain. Get over here, dog. Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. Alright, go back up there. Jack Russells are supposed to be extremely intelligent dogs, but he's about 16 and 17 now, so he's kind of a really old man, so gets himself caught up, I guess, on the chain. But, alright, getting back to what I was talking about. Oh yeah, with the coffee. I actually did well. I did no headaches. I didn't even feel bad. But all of a sudden, probably around noon to 1, I went inside and I sat down for a moment, and within minutes I'm like nodding off, like fighting to stay awake. And I didn't even feel bad though. I was just like, I couldn't keep my eyes open. And my body's so used to the caffeine. And I don't know why I didn't feel all day up until around that time. I didn't feel any headaches. I think I put enough nutrition in my body and got enough salt and whatever and electrolytes from the bone broth. But I don't know, that was good enough to get me through. I'm still considering not drinking coffee. Like, I can do this again tomorrow. I did make some coffee. Around that time, around 1 o'clock-ish, I did make some coffee. I decided I'm just going to go ahead and drink it. And but weekends I end up drinking a lot more than normal during the week, and I did make a bigger cup of coffee. And I don't know, I think I'm just going to give up on the idea of quitting coffee, because I like drinking coffee. It's like, I know it, the biggest thing about it is I don't like frequently urinating, but also it causes anxiety, Caffeine and all that stuff really doesn't give you energy. I don't want to get technical and everything, but what it does to your body, it makes your body under stress and this, whatever. I don't know. I'd have to read off, exactly what it does to the human body, but in a way it does give you energy because you feel more energy, but the things it does are not really energy. It makes your body under stress, which feels like energy. Don't quote me on that, but I've read and listened to a lot of videos about it, and I'm not accurately saying what it does, but that's basically what it does. It just stresses your body out, but then it causes anxiety. So, and I don't like that. I want to be over that, but maybe another time. I I don't know. If I do it again tomorrow, we'll see. But if not, who cares, right? I am going to cut back on it though. The bone broth was pretty awesome. What I might just do is I might drink the bone broth in the morning and mix some coffee in with it a little bit. I've done that before. I don't know. I'll decide overnight and then into the morning. But I was trying to be 100% carnivore, and I think cutting the coffee out would make me that way. So I don't know. I'm rambling on about coffee now, but I don't know. My feet are not really enjoying this too much, but I'm gonna keep doing it until I feel like stopping. But I don't know. I'm kind of revamping everything with my foods. In the last month or whatever, I bought some organs, some beef organs and some chicken organs. I bought some chicken hearts and beef small intestine, some beef sweetbreads, and what was the other thing? Beef kidney. I also have, from another place, I have beef heart, and I have beef, I've got beef bones, and I got beef tongue, and I got some, beef liver. I'll probably pick up some chicken livers too, but I'm going to be having this stuff every day. You know, I'm going to pick certain days to have whatever, and I'll probably have some leftovers from everything from the day before, and I'll equal that into the meal too. But now I want to be completely serious with all of this. You know, my health is, it needs to be a priority, and I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 in next year in September. So, the end of summer, early fall. But, my ultimate goal was to be at my goal weight at that time. And I started off around my birthday of doing well, getting back into the the weight loss thing, whatever. And then I completely destroyed it. I'm still down 100 pounds pretty much from my highest weight, but I'm nowhere near what I want to be. I'm not even sure what I should actually be anymore. My mind always says 150 pounds, but I really don't think that's going to be a good look for me. I think I'm going to be, from 25 years old to 45 years old, I think bodies have to change. I think they can't really be the same from age. Age just changes all that. Not necessarily that you need to be heavier or not, but my 25-year-old body, is definitely a lot different than my soon-to-be 45-year-old body. But I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get closer to it. But I think I'm down to probably 55 days now until the end of the year, roughly. And I want to make sure I get my body weight down to, I at least want to be at 250 by the time the new year. I'd like to be down a lot more than that, but I was down to 250 roughly a month ago, maybe a little longer. But I was cheating a lot, and I brought that body weight back up, and I'm in the 260s. And I've been weighing in at work with my one supervisor, and he calls me on my bullshit. That's one thing. I'm sometimes annoyed by him calling me on my bullshit, but it's what I need. I need tough love kind of stuff. I need to be called on my bullshit, and that's what I need. I need that that drill instructor kind of a person. He actually wants me to eat whatever, but just do it better, whatever. That's what he does, and I don't really want to do that. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I'm like 100 pounds overweight, and I was heavier, but I like to do things that seem extreme. Keto at one time, paleo at one time was considered extreme, and so many people do that stuff now. Carnivore is one of the most extreme, lifestyles, but because we're also used to eating the standard American diet, eating a bunch of crap. But The worst thing to put in your body is sugar. Sugar is poison to the body. Sugar is very tasty, obviously, and we like sugar, but sugar is poison to the body. You know, and what's carbs become in the body? Sugar. You know, everybody loves breads. Everybody loves sugar. All this sweet stuff. I'm as guilty as everybody else, but I'm a type 2 diabetic, and my mother was a diabetic, and pretty much everybody on her side of the family, all the generations were all diabetics. I've lost a lot of family. I've had family members that had extremely bad health and kept on screwing up, and there's ones that are dead now because of it. The last one I know that passed away was probably 2 or 3 years ago now, and he lost multiple parts of his body before he finally died. And that's just, I don't want to be that way. I'm 44 years old. He was probably maybe 10, plus years older than me, was a cousin. But, it's just, I don't want to end up like that. I see so many people that end up like that. There's people at my job. There's people everywhere. You can't go anywhere in public, and most people's in their own families, living in their own houses. You can't go anywhere and not see people with walkers that have to, ride those little carts, whatever, everywhere, and handicapped and all this stuff. And it's just, that's horrible. We're not supposed to do that. That's just, I remember growing up as a kid and seeing people like that, and I always thought, oh man, by the time I'm like 30, 40 years old, I'm going to be like basically handicapped. I'm going to be, looking like these people. And, that's actually, I've been getting closer and closer to that, probably here in the last 20 years, and luckily I'm nowhere near any of that. That would be horrible if I had to, constantly go to the doctor, constantly go to the hospital. I've never gotten that fat. My highest weight was 350 pounds. And, right now I'm like 260-ish. And, that brought on the diabetes, obviously. I'm not 100% sure my whole entire life if I was a type 2 diabetic or not. I think it was, it suppressed whatever until I, got overweight. And when I got overweight, I was like 200 pounds overweight, and I did it really quickly. And that's a whole different story here, but I don't want to be that way anymore. There's people that live their whole entire lives, lived to like 100 years old and never had any health problems or nothing, never had anything, and I don't know. I want to be like that. I don't want to, I can get rid of type 2 diabetes. I don't know if it'll ever be completely out of my body 100%. Could come back if I decide to screw up my life again, but I know that I can get rid of the symptoms and all that, and even go back to eating a normal standard American diet if I did it better. But I'm always probably going to feel something because of sugar and carbs. But why why don't I just cut all that stuff out and feel wonderful? Every time I do that, I feel wonderful. Every time I cut all that stuff out, I feel great. And, because I'm, a stupid human being, sometimes I'm going to cheat, and my cheat turns into binging, and just like, it goes on for days and weeks and months, and it's just horrible. And everything I've done to help myself, I end up, completely taking it the opposite way. And, I'm tired of doing that. I'm just so sick of doing it. I'm like I said, when I go to work and I get called on my bullshit by my supervisor, it makes me, it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but I'm just, like, I need somebody to tell me that, like, stop kidding yourself, stop fooling yourself. People see me lose weight, people see me gain weight. They're not stupid. I'm not stupid, so, I'm still doing this grounding. I'm experiencing a lot of pain stepping on all this stuff, but I'm just going to keep doing it until I just get so used to it that it'll be nothing, I guess. It'll be enjoyable. It's actually pretty enjoyable, but, except for the pain. I'm going to have to, take care of my yard better. I did a really kind of a half-assed job. I should have actually bagged all this stuff like I did in the front. But, it is what it is. I don't know. I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I just, I'm becoming a lonely old man. It's just, I got my son. I can't get the damn kid out of his room. He's got high functioning autism, and he's got major anxiety. He has all this stuff that all these people have nowadays. All these kids are just so messed up. We've all allowed this to happen. My kid could have been a lot different. He's still autistic. He still has anxiety. Those are his limitations right now, but they can be worked with. He is in counseling, and but the main thing I've been wanting to do with him is get his better diet. My son's very overweight. He's a tall kid. He's over 6 foot, but he's very heavy. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you that he's 385 pounds, and he's over 6 foot, so that kind of adds to the weight thing a little bit, but he's very overweight. I'm very overweight. Most of his family is very overweight. Everybody finds it acceptable. I don't find it acceptable. But how do you tell, my son's 18 now. He just turned 18, a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So now he's a man. Now he's a legal adult. How do you tell? I couldn't control him, make him do anything as a young kid. Well, I had better control when he was younger, obviously, but teenage years became kind of a fight, and now he's 18, and with his autism and whatever, that's one of the things he gives me the most problems about was when he wants something or doesn't want to do something, he will not give up. And I've had problems with that myself, where if I wanted something so bad, it's just I would dwell on it until I either got it or forced myself to change my mind or found something else. But that's the way he is. Like, when he wants me to do something or wants something, a specific thing, he will drive me insane until I eventually do it. I can yell and I can scream, I can be nice, I can beg, I can plead, but he always wins because I can only take it for so long before I lose my mind. Sometimes I make other deals with him, but I've even tried to bargain with him, well, I'll do this, but you gotta do that. And sometimes it actually does work that he'll do it, but then it doesn't last that long. And I'm getting a little bit off track with this though with him, but I really feel that he could be a much different person if he would just, even if he was doing keto or whatever. My son likes pop. He likes drinking 2 liters of pop, or any kind of pop really. But and if I don't get it for him, he will drive me insane until I do. He's always just nonstop bugging me about pop, and pop is the worst thing. There's not much things you can drink that are, much worse than pop. I know there are some things out there, sugary drinks, but pop is just everybody loves freaking pop. I don't even like pop at all. I've drank pop in my lifetime, but I'm not a big fan of pop for some reason. I could take it or leave it. And I can, I don't even drink pop. If you ever see me drink a pop, it's extremely rare, So I won't even drink things like milk because they got too much sugar in it. But it's very easy for me to drink water, for me to drink coffee or tea or whatever, something like that. Even those things I can, well, except for the water, I can cut out, other things easier. But sugary drinks and things like that, and I could care less. I really could. Now, when it comes to, snacking on junk food, if I'm cheating, that's very easy to do. I can easily have a candy bar. I can even easily have a pizza. I'm trying to not do any of that because all that's killing me. I'm trying to train my mind to enjoy every day eating meat, eating eggs, eating organs and all this. I know it sounds strange to a lot of people, but just that's what I want to be like. If I binge on something, I'm gonna binge on that stuff, something that'll get me full and whatever, but won't put me into shock because I have so much sugar in my system. Anytime I eat any sugar, like even vegetables and fruits, whatever like that, that's the kind of diabetic I am. Is even that stuff affects my blood sugars. It doesn't take much for me to feel Obviously, eating a candy bar is going to do it in like seconds. Fruits and vegetables will do it in 20 minutes to a half hour. I'll feel like really tired and stuff. But if I eat a candy bar, I'll literally pass out in like 5 minutes. It's like, that's how bad it is for me. And I'm only a type 2, but it's just enough. Sugars affect me, crazily. I don't know. I'm getting closer and closer to being done with this grounding. This is the longest I've ever done it. And I like to do this more often. As long, up until the snow falls, I'm going to try to get out here, at least for a short period of time. My neighbors are probably looking out their windows thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? I got some new neighbors, so they probably think I'm crazy. But I don't know. This grounding's pretty cool. You can touch trees. You can, walk in your bare feet. Obviously, that's the big thing, is walking in your bare feet. But I've heard, that you can do that as long as you touch something that's grounded to the earth. You can get something out of it. Touching a tree. I'm going to touch a bush. I'm going to touch a bush that's grounded. Let's go over and touch a tree. Let's go over here and touch a tree over here. I'm going to touch a rock. I'm going to touch a rock. I'm going to touch a tree. I know it's kind of silly, whatever, but supposedly you can do that. I'm going to go over and sit down with the dog on the swing. I guess I'm mostly done with the grounding at the moment. My poor feet. But this is my backyard and all the trees. This is what I've been walking on. I don't know. Get back to nature, in your own backyard. There's an old horse barn over there. There's 27 acres of land back there, owned by another guy. Well, try grounding sometime. Getting close to the earth, Something kind of spiritual about it. I think I decided I'm a Christian man, and I do pray every day, but I haven't been praying for my meals and things like that. I think I need to bring that back into my life. And just adding so much more back into your life, being happy, being healthy. The snow's going to fall here, hopefully not too soon, but I want to get out here and enjoy this as best I can. I think it's going to be raining here soon. So, enjoy life, be grateful, do things better. I'm going to do things better. If I do better for myself, maybe my son will notice, and he'll try to do better for himself. He'll want to. Alright, it's the Grateful Carnivore. Like, share, subscribe.